Hi everyone, this is our video for the YouTube channel in which Miss Gracia posts some articles, some notice that we are going to talk about. This time we choosing articles about stealing hives. For those that don't know, the hives are the ones for production of bee, and it is important in California where occurs this for the pollination of almendros, and the problem was that they were still in hives because each hive have a cost of $200, but if someone steal the hives, you can regret $500 per hive that was steal from you. My partner in here is going to talk about a little bit more about the article.
First of all, we're gonna explain why the hives. Those hives were too important in the production of almendros, as my friend says, and it helps to pollinate. And this is a pretty good market in the US, so that's why the hives are so rentable in this aspect. And the thieves of the hives, those thieves are commonly the main producers of amendments, but the authorities didn't know it. And how they can go into the sign that they were because they take too short time to make those ropes, so they take in count.
Well, the main suspects, like my partner say, were the high producers because you need equipment, you need experience to do these stealings, and they were in a really short time. For example, there was a case that there were still 200 hives in only 1 hour. So they began to say that the main suspects were the high producers, and what the authority began to make to help with this problem is that they use GPS in the hives, right? And when they begin to install the hives that have GPS, they notice that the hives were in the producer of hive area, right? So they say that they were the the ones that steal the hives, just to get more money from them, and also they have a penalty, a punishment of 90 days in the jail and 3 months with a conditional liberty. And that was the main problems, and there were some solutions that the authority make for this. But the main problems for the almendros producer was that they can supply with all the ropes the market. So they began to buy from other places of other states, and that elevate the cost of the production. Now we are going to tell you some opinions about this problem that is really hard for the producers, and my partner is going to give you some opinions about this.
Actually, I think that the punishment that the authorities give to the thieves are too short, or I mean, too kindly for them. Because if you see, like from environmental point of view, those hives, if they are not going to be in a certain place, or in a place that they cannot cause an environmental disaster, they could cause it and could kill some other species that are near up there. So that's why I think 3 months and 90 days of liberty, conditional liberty, is too short for that. And also, I think that the authorities have a pretty good strategy to take those those hives back, because it's not. I mean, it is not considerable that the money of the state are being robbed by the same producers, and they will get money for that. So I think that the punishment should be higher.
Uh, in my opinion, like I'm totally agree with my partner that in environment thinking because the bees were used to pollinate not only the minerals in all the environment around the country because they use all the hives to pollinate all the California. So they are using them not only for almendra production, they are using for biodiversity in that area. Also because that means that some regrets that these still have not only in the production or only in the environment, also in the people, because there was sometimes that the ones that steal the hives were not the producers, were normal people that they don't know how to control that, and they steal it just because they will not have initial cost, but because they don't have the enough knowledge, they get harmed by the bees, or also they put the production or the hives that they seal near a lot of people or a little area that were around a lot of people, and that bees what they do is when they go and to pollinate, they cause some problems to the people that were around there because they buy them, and they were using that species of bee that is California africana, that they were are very aggressive, and there were some cases that some people were attacked of these bees and they were killed, and that's a way that people were harmed because of the unknowledge of the people that were stealing these hives. Also, some problems that they have too is that um, when they get the punishment, they just need to pay like 100,000 lempiras or dollars. In this case, it's dollars, and they go out. And that way I'm agree too with my partner that they need a higher punishment because of the stealing of hives.
Also, I think that we can have a way to prevent this problem, and it could be telling the producers that the GPS was already in there. Because if you already see that they have a monitoring control over the hives, you will not take those to your house because the people will know where they are. So that's why we could prevent that problem by doing that. And also, another way to prevent that problem could also be take some other methods to pollinate the trees. Like, for example, look for another pollination agents how do you say?
Butterflies.
Like butterflies and some other like that, like air and that could be another option.
They use some other methods. When they use this method of GPS, it's because it was like the last one that they want to use, but it was because it was really difficult to know where the hives were because uh, they began to investigate in all the areas around, but they don't find nothing, right? And the other thing is that they say to the hive producers to put some marks on the boxes where the hives is, and they know that it was really easy for the ones that know how to manipulate hives because they just get a box in blank with nothing, and they just pass the hives to there. And also because uh, some the hive producers know that they are going to steal that hives to get some money, so they refuse to put the marks in the boxes that they use, and that's why they in the for the last point when they don't know how to do to solve this problem, that's why they decide to use the GPS problem, they use the GPS program, and they get all the highs and know who was the one who was stealing them. Well, thank you very much. It was a video of the article of hive stealing hives of beekeepers, and we are Juan Fernando Corrales and my partner.
Pablo, vaca.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.